So in this video, we're going to learn how to do things in Excel in a fast way. So this is the work that we will do for this video. Before you get started, please look at the design first. Um, Count how many columns are needed. Over here, we use only columns B, C, and D. So we have 1, 2, 3. And then we have rows starting at 3 and at row 10. So all in all, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. All right, so let's open our Excel. I'm going to type here EX. Then you'll have this one. Then blank workbook. Then save it first. You can click this button. This is saving. Go to your folder. Remember, this PC, local dist, okay, students, grade 3, and then the file name, G3, your name, and the file name. Right now we're doing Excel. Later on we will change this to PDF once we are done. So for now, Excel file first. So make sure you are inside your folder. You type the file name correctly, and then click save. Okay, so now this is my Excel. I want to divide my screen into two by moving my mouse to those corners. I want one part of the screen to be the Excel and the other one is the seesaw. So to do that, move your mouse to the corners. You might need to click this. You might need to click the title bar to move it around like this. All right, so now you have two screens here, one for Excel and one for the seesaw, for the design that we need to copy. All right, so first thing you need to do here is type the words, type the contents. So I'm going to start at B3. So this is B3. Okay, let me type in capital letters, name, gender, grade. Then over here, we have James, Aldrin, Vaughn, Ken, Nacha, Angel. Okay, caps lock, M, 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 M. This is female, female. And then over here we have 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3. Okay, so that's the first thing we need to do. We need to type the contents. And now let's work with the row height. Okay, in the instruction, it says here the row height should be 40, the column width should be 11, and then later on the font size should be 14. So let's do that. Instead of doing the row height one row at a time like this, so this should be 40. All right, 40. So when you do that way, one row at a time, it will take you a long time to do it. And most probably the row height will not be the same. But in our sample here, the row heights starting at James and end at Angel, they should be the same. So how do we do it in a fast way? Here's how. So move your mouse to the first row. Okay. We'll do with the James up to Angel. So you move your mouse here in the row header. Wait until your mouse pointer changes to an arrow pointing to the right, like this one here. You see, I will move it and then I'll have that arrow, the black arrow pointing to the right. Then I will drag down up to the last row that is affected. Okay, and then I will move my mouse to any of the between the row headers. So it can be here or it can be here. Any row headers between the row headers that's inside the selection. So let me do it here. Move it between the row headers. Um, Wait until your mouse pointer changes to a cross with the arrow pointing up and down like this. See, I will move it to the middle. It should not be this way. It should be this one. And then drag it down. Okay. Find the correct number. 40.50 is okay. And then release. Now you see, all those selected rows have the same row height. Okay. Now let's do with the column. Now let's go back here. It's just the column width is 11. All right, so this is the column. So once again, you start at the beginning. Okay, move your mouse to the column header. This time, the black arrow should be pointing down, and then drag it to the rest of the affected columns. Okay, basically you're selecting these 3 columns, B, C, D, and then move your mouse between the column headers. Wait until your mouse pointer changes to the cross, but this time the arrows are pointing to left and right. So you can drag it. Let's drag it to it should be 11, right? So somewhere in 11 will do. Right, you see, BCD, they have the same column width now. But then the first column B should be wider. So let's just estimate it this way. Oh, sorry. We need to click away from the selection before doing that. So I'll go back to width 11 for all the 3 columns. I will click away, and then I will manually or independently do for the name, make it wider like this. So C and D the same width, but B has wider one. Okay, so now let's work with the font sizes. So in our Seesaw, the instruction is font size should be 14. Okay, so which one is 14? Basically all this except for the small one there. So you don't need to do one at a time. Okay, you don't need to do this. This is the slow way. The slow way is you click one cell and then change the size to 14. Okay, and then click another cell, change the size to 14. Click another cell, change the size to 14. That will make it so slow. What we're learning here in this video is making it the fast way. Now, look at those texts. And as you notice, from name up to number 3, all of them have the same font size. So what we can do is we can select all of this and then do the font changing one time. See that? You don't have to do one cell at a time. Okay. Now let's look at the column headers here. The names are written in italic. So instead of doing it one at a time like this, and then click here like that, we can select those cells and then do the alignment one time. Maybe let's make it bold. Now let's work with the alignment. As you notice, the alignment of the contents are in the left side and middle. Okay, right now this one is the left side but at the bottom. Over here, it's in the left side but it's in the middle. Once again, instead of doing this way, it should be this. middle and left side. Okay, one instead of doing uh, one cell at a time like this, we can select this all. We can do the alignment with one click, just like that. Right? Let's do the gender grade. So these two columns, they have the same alignment. The letters are in the middle of each cell. Okay, over here our letters is in the bottom left. So again, instead of doing one at a time, we can just select it all and do the uh, alignment like this. Okay, so now let's work with the colors. Right over here, the color for these three cells are with dark blue background, dark blue fill color, and yellow content color or text color. So we can select all these three because they have the same background color or fill color. Then we can go here and click that dark blue background. The text is yellow, so still select this and then go to the font color, choose maybe this one, yellow. Okay, over here same thing, from James to number 3 here they have the same fill color. So what we can do is select all those cells, go to the fill color and choose the blue, lighter blue. Okay, see, it's very quick that way. Now let's work with the borders. All right, the borders are simple and all the same. So we can just click from name, select it up to the bottom, number 3 here, and then go to the borders. You choose all borders. That's it. We're 99% done. And then of course you just need to type the text here. Signed by your name, your grade, and the school name. Okay, so this one should be smaller, maybe 11, and it should be italic. All right, we need to fix this color here. So we need to click that cell, go to fill color and choose no fill. Also the border here, we need to erase that. So we go to the borders and choose erase border and click that line there. And then press escape so that your mouse pointer will go back to normal. So I think we are done here. The next thing we will do is just save this as PDF so we can turn it in our Seesaw. So in our folder, make sure you are in your folder. Don't change the file name, just change the type as PDF. Then make sure this is unchecked and click save. Right, once it's a PDF file, you can now go to your Seesaw. Let's make this maximize and then submit. Okay, add response, upload, select from computer, go to your folder, should be in D, students, and then it should be this one. Open, that's it, and then submit.